Okay, let's see. So, what we were doing was having a look at the history of like this guy. If we just examine one of his games, then right mouse click and do history. Just wanted to see something. How he lost to Durjoy. So Durjoy GM. Alright, I'm playing GM now anyway. Okay. Right, I think this is going to be a more painful King's Engine. If it is King's Engine Thin Chateau line. Than the game I just had. Yeah, is E5 going into it? Probably. It's going to play D4. It's going to smash my chain to bits. Do the bog standard king attack, which might not do anything here. Throwing C6 or not? It's going to go into his queenside attack if I do that. I'll take on D4, I'll liberate that guy. Yeah. Okay, what about just rook E8 then? Knight F8, bishop F5. I'm trying to keep the pawn structure solid. In fact, E4, I'm trying to just overprotect E4 like a Fischer kind of plan. When he used the cooled springs as white, he used to just overprotect E4 if he could. But I'm a bit below in development here. If he does take on E5, that's interesting. Is bishop F5 going to be useful to provoke E4? Do I want to provoke E4 or just play E4? Maybe I want to provoke it, I don't know. So Queen D7, Bishop H3. Okay, Queen C8, Bishop H3, or this knight coming here might be interesting. So Knight H7, Knight H5, then F5, F4. So this is a reverse situation in the game before. His queenside attack seems faster at the moment than my kingside intentions. Chance to sack a pawn, which I'm going to take for some dynamic counterplay in my dreams. In fact, Queen F6 almost like getting peace, because Bishop D2, okay, he protects with Bishop D2 there, does he? There's Queen D4 check. This H4 might be dangerous. Play it anyway. Isn't there Knight G5? Okay, Knight G5 here. Does it do anything? What about just G5 for Queen G6? G5 too committal. Bishop B5? Hang on. That's annoying, isn't it? Right, so Knight G5 here, F4, Knight E4. What else could be a fantastic resource here? Knight G5 doesn't really do anything. There's Bishop H6 after though, for Knight H3. So I want to get Bishop H6 in, it could be useful for that. A4 though, do I take on E2? Decision time, take on E2, play Bishop H6, take on E2, it's got Bishop D4 coming up. It's queen e7. I might take on e2. I think bishop h6, f4. I don't know. Knight e4. There's g5 or something. What about doubling the rooks? Knight e4 here, and there's bishop e2. You can't do that. It's queen's overloaded. These guys are all sitting ducks. What's going on here? Queen sack, and then king g7. Check. King g7 takes on the e4. There's only two pieces for the queen. But there's knight c3 for rook e2 there, which looks tempting. Why is this so tempting, this queen d4? Is it because I'm a bit crazy? Or is it actually something to it? I'm so tempted, even though after knight c3 it's fairly murky. There's rook e1. I don't think that really... It's completely unnecessary, isn't it? Or maybe it's not. Bishop g7 anyway, and he's going to have a great position. There's another way of doing it with knight g3 actually. Knight g3. So takes check. Oh, let's go for it. 1 minute 27. I don't think it does anything actually. Okay, but still. I can win another exchange. Might as well do that. Yeah, take on d5 though. Lose a piece. Rook e1. Okay, try and coordinate. Try and get a rook to e2. Actually, king g2 I just take. Okay. So knight and thingy versus queen. It's rook d1 here. Hold on a sec. Isn't that promising? 49 seconds. Hold on a sec. This is promising. No, it's not. It's not. King g2. It's not promising. Knight e4. Maybe it is. Knight d5 is possible because of bishop g1. So there's knight f4 and bishop e5. If I get knight f4 and bishop e5, that'd be pretty cool. But I'm going to start pre-moving as well. So knight f4 and bishop e5. Right, the check. Bishop e5. I'm losing that f7. That'll be the end of the game. Okay, I think he's got me. Hang on. No, he hasn't. No, yes, I've just given him f7. I've just given him mate. Sorry. It was a good try, I thought, for a moment, but it was after too much deliberation. If it was any good, I would need, I don't know. I doubt it's any good actually. But what was the alternative here? There was probably an easy alternative to this. Like knight g3 takes queen c3. Right, here it was getting interesting. I've just cleared up the diagonal for f7 though. Was that needed? In fact, all I want to do is go to his king, not open up my king. So g5. I think g5, for example. That's, you know, his king could be in trouble here. Now knight d5 is more effective anyway. Yeah, so yeah, king safety after a queen sack. Something to bear in mind. If you're going to sack your queen, don't get mated shortly after by opening up the lines to your king. Okay, safety tip. Was there something else here? There was knight e3 as well. Oh man, it gets worse. This had rook d2 for knight f1 almost. No, it's on there. Queen e2. Right, there's no rook d2, but that's better than the game as well, probably. There's all sorts of things. There's rook b1 for rook b2. Okay, comments or questions on YouTube. Thanks very much.